Welcome back. We are here with the Vampire Black Widow Challenge, spouses 62 and 63, I want to say. So I'm just checking out, making sure we have a portrait of her before we get started. The two teens, not teens, the two kids are at school. Spoiler alert, Nikki becomes a teen in this one, but she's not a teen yet. So they're at school right now. I wasn't going to let Simone go to school, but I wasn't watching her and she just left. So, it's fine. So, Luna is going to get married to number 62. She just proposed. So now they need to get married. I don't even know what Maddie's doing. There she is. You know what? She goes into everybody else's room. She uses the computer in Simone's room. She uses the easel in Nikki's room. Anyway, we have two pregnant Sims in the household. Luna is pregnant and Simone is pregnant, so we really don't have a lot of room in this household to be bringing in other Sims. Because when you add in those babies, that's 7. So we have room for one more. So we aren't going to be able to bring in both of the spouses in this next household right away. We'll have to bring them in one at a time. And I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit here because of course, I went to the wrong household to start off with and then was like, where am I? So we're in Del Sol Valley now. There's one household in this, and I was like, "Where's the people?" He's over there. It's hard to see in such a big mansion. So we are going to say hello to this guy. I think his name is Sri. So hello, and we are going to chat with him. Looks like they do have quite a bit of chemistry, and he is going to move in right away. Like I said, I can't fit both of them. So then we are going to go home. So here we are, and Maddie is on the computer again, and we are going to get a portrait of, oh my gosh, okay, she's at school, but she's in labor. She did not come home to have the baby. So I guess we're just going to wait. I mean, she should be out of school any minute now, so. But we are going to get a picture of number 63 here. So here we go. Very handsome guy, looking good. And okay, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit here because I was going to go over Shoyo's house because I put a bassinet over his house. I was like, we're ready. We're going to have the baby over there and then leave it over there because the baby's a big secret. But apparently that's not how that works. So we do need to go to the hospital. Let's just say because Shoyo just totally disappears. Like at first I was like, "Oh, we didn't check in." But no, she's like going to have the baby right now and Shoyo is still standing out front. So let's say that Shoyo is trying to, make sure that nobody knows that she's there. It's this big secret. A ghost is performing the operation. So let's say that's what he's doing. Well, she's giving birth. So she does have a girl and we name her Josephine. And if you are a fan of The 100, you will understand why Simone's daughter's name is Josephine. And so here we go. And she is just going to hold her baby. And it's kind of bittersweet for her because she knows that she immediately, has to give the baby to Shoyo. And she's not going to be taking care of the baby, living with the baby. Sure, she can visit every once in a while, but the baby is a big secret. So largely she's going to be out of her life, which is really hard for her. And of course, I want to immediately go to Manage Worlds and move the baby into Shoyo's house, but I can't because there's a fire on the lot. And I'm like, what fire? There's no fire. I'm looking around. Where's the fire? And it's just my luck. She like literally walks in the door and it's like the fire alarm's going off. I'm like, where is this like supposed fire? And it actually is in Luna's bedroom. You just don't see it. Like that spot right there. There we go. It catches fire. I don't know. Anyway, we got to put the fire out in order to move the baby. So let's just pretend that the baby is not here right now. Um, and we are, everybody wants to go put out this fire. Look at all these people. So, you know what? My Sims experience is wild. It's fine. So we are going to move the baby over right now. So pretend she was never in the Clark household. And then we'll go back here and resume. So here we are. And um, I got confused at first because I have the same hairstyle on Maddie and on Simone, but for different outfits. And so I was like, where's Simone? No, that is Simone. They're all remembering the fire, which is very scary because I saw the fire icon and I was like, she's burning. But no, she's not burning. She's just fine. So her bathing suit actually almost matches the floaty. Look at that. So yes, Simone also really wants to get her I mean, her body looks totally fine. It's like she never even had a baby. But let's say that, she's going to work out a lot to get her six pack back. And, say she told her mother, because it's not like Luna didn't notice that Simone packed on a few pounds. So let's say that Simone is like, oh, yeah, like I've been gaining some weight lately. I'm going to work out to work it off. So I think that's gonna, be her excuse. And, Luna does like could totally figure it out if she tried hard enough, but she really doesn't like care about her kids. So we are just going to keep rolling along. And actually, I just checked and it is pretty much both Simone and Nikki's birthdays. So I was like, oh, okay. So it's, they are kind of banded together, these two girls. So I was like, okay, why don't these two have a little birthday celebration together? They're really close. And, um, you know, uh, Simone is the only one looking out for Nikki. You know that kids don't last very long in this household. So Simone feels really strongly about her sister because, her sister is her little sister and she wants to protect her from what's going on. So we are going to have Simone age up first. Here we go. And then we are having Nikki aging up. Did I accidentally skip the part? I think I just talked right through the part where Simone aged up. I don't know what happened. Anyway, we're just going to do one of Nikki's outfits. I'm not gonna go crazy here. And at first I was like, oh, I want her hair to be pink, and then that was just too much. It's fine. We'll give her a pink bow in her hair and call it good. So we are going to put her hair back to black in a second. I just was trying to see if I could do something with the color, but it just no. So we are going to remember that we're in bathing suits and give her some nice pigtails and a little bow in her hair. And then we're going to give her a pink outfit with like little overall dress because, I'm thinking she's like a preteen. Like I know that they look like adults immediately after being children, but Simone has just become a young adult and Nikki has just become a teen. So Nikki is like young, even though her and Simone look the same now, but Nikki is significantly younger. Well, not as young as they are compared to Maddie, who's been around for a long time, but you know what I mean. So we finished this portrait over here, and we are just taking a picture because I was setting up a little photo wall in Simone's room. So she has a couple of things hanging up in her room. And here goes our next portrait. And Luna is playing with the dolls. And now we are going to get her to get married to Shri, and then we will be able to get rid of whatever her name is, and then get the next guy in. So all that has to happen here, and so they are getting a flirty. I think she already caught them. Yeah, because she was in the room just now. I don't know why my dog is crying. I literally just took him out. So don't listen to him when he says that he needs more. So anyway, I do want, like I said, Nikki is crafty, so I do want her to, make a little painting. Maybe she's gonna get her painting up, and we will start having her, do some portraits maybe in the future. We'll see. Also, our household is getting pretty full. That'll be a problem later. So we're having Simone working on her book and also texting Shoyo, being like, "How's the baby? What's going on?" She's like very much, um, worried about the baby and stuff. So, um, Nikki finished her little painting. She's going to put it in her inventory. And then, it's her first painting. So I was like, oh, well, we're kind of making a wall for Nikki. I mean, not for Nikki, for Simone. There are too many names. So we are making a wall for Simone. And I figured, what would be nice is if Nikki gifted Simone one of her paintings. So I'm trying to do that, except I can't remember where in the menu it is for the longest time. And then Luna walks in, and I'm like, Luna, stop inserting yourself in every conversation. Go flirt with someone. So goodbye. Yeah, right now this is like the Simone story. Because remember when we were working on Maddie's storyline with Aaliyah and Frederick? It's kind of like that. So we're working on Simone's storyline, and her sister is a big part of it. So she just gifted her the painting, and Simone immediately hung it up on her wall. We are going to go into build mode in a second and fix that up. But actually, that reminds me of something that I left in the family inventory. Whoops. Okay. So what else are we doing? We're checking the mail. Okay, here is the next guy. And I figured we'd have Luna go introduce herself. We actually can move him in because we said goodbye to Josephine. She's living with her father. But we also can't ask him to move in because someone is currently dying. And I haven't figured that out just yet. So we are working on it. You'll see, I'll figure it out and then I'll go reset the other person because the Grim Reaper just can't do his job. I mean, seriously. So we also need to get married. So, like I said, we are having Simone. Also, Simone needs to work on her athletic because she's also working on her vampire lore skill and she's trying to, um, get her skills up and, um, she needs athletic too if she wants to vampirically spar. So that is another thing. And then here you can see, like I said, we're fixing up this wall a little bit, making it nice, putting some of this stuff around here, reshuffling some things. So there we go. And it looks good to me. So we are having Luna needs to propose, but she's currently proposing. Here we go. And then I did, like I said, I'm queuing up a bunch of things for Simone. She's got to exercise. She's got to read the vampire books. She's got to write books. She's just got like a lot going on right now. And she's sad about not being with Josephine and Shoyo. I mean, in a perfect world, now that she's a young adult, she would be able to move out and maybe her and Shoyo could move in together and raise their daughter together and have a happy family, but she doesn't live in that world. Like, that's the old world. New world is you're living in fear for when the vampire comes for you. So it's just kind of hard on her, but Shoyo does invite her out. So I was like, okay, we'll dress her for a party and she can go out on a date with him, except she leaves the house and then doesn't actually go out with him. So then I was like, okay, let's go over his house and check on Josephine. I think every once in a while she can check on the baby as long as she's not like acting too suspicious. Of course, I accidentally hit the M key. Okay, so let's go see the baby. She only really saw the baby right after the hospital. So, um, this is the first time she's seeing her at home. And she is just so happy to see Josephine and that Josephine is doing well. And she kind of, rocks her and she tells her, you know, Josephine, one day you are going to be very strong and you are going to save everybody from your grandmother. So anyway, she gets a quick woohoo in with Shoyo and the baby's asleep. So we are going to head home next because Shoyo's mom keeps inserting herself in every conversation. What is it with moms and inserting themselves into everyone's conversations? So that is what is going on here. So we are now back home with Luna, and I'm actually going to leave Simone out for a little while longer. The guys are both exercising, okay. And then we are going to get a picture of the next guy here, whose name I don't remember. Randall. Okay, we're going to get a picture of Randall. And Luna is pretty close to having the baby. She's actually not gonna have the baby in this one. It's kind of funny actually. I stopped recording for this, and then before I save and exit, she went into labor. So I was just like, I'm not doing that right now. So at the very, very beginning of the next one, we will be in labor with the baby. So I was trying to get them all to sit down because I was like, Luna's gonna make an announcement, and so I was just wait a second. Okay, so Luna is making an announcement. I put all the people in various positions of learning what's going on. So basically, Luna told them, just pretend like were having this conversation for longer. Luna basically told them that the baby is going to be due soon, and she can't have four of her kids in a house at a time. And since we're not killing anyone under the age of teenager, um, so she was like, at least one of you's got to go. She's announcing to her children, one of you at least, if not more, have to go. And, Maddie is not really worried because Maddie's been through this a million times and she always, comes out the other side of it. But Simone and Nikki are worried. So Simone is worried because, she wants to still be there for her baby and she wants to live and she wants Nikki to live too. And so she's talking to Nikki and Nikki's like, I'm totally going to die. Like, I have nothing to offer, blah, blah, blah. And Simone is like, don't worry about it. Like, we'll figure it out. It's not something that you have to think about. And they hug. And, Simone just basically says, leave it to me. And, Nikki says, like, Simone, don't sacrifice yourself. Like, I would rather die than you die. And it's this whole conversation. You might be able to hear my dog panting because I put him on my lap so he would stop crying. Anyway, so we are going to have Luna be cheating on the spouse number, 63, and then um, we are going to continue to get the romance up with number 64. Wow, there are so many. So we're going to have 63 come into the basement here in order to say goodbye, and we are going to have Luna take care of that. Actually, what I left in the household inventory is his urn because we had to reset him because the Grim Reaper won't do his job. And then I forgot to bring his urn out. Okay. Hopefully at the beginning of the next one I'll remember that. So, Simone, comes to talk to Maddie, who is for some reason in Nikki's room. But anyway, she's like, you know what, Maddie, like, I can't kill Nikki myself. I can't do it. Like, I need you to do it for me. Um, how about when she comes home from school, you go down to the basement and I'll have her come down there and then you take care of it. And Maddie's like, sure, no problem. Like, I've been through this before. I've handled it before. I've done what needs to be done here. So they kind of agree on that, and it is the time for school to be over, but for some reason Nikki is not home yet. So we are going to have the girls go down to the basement, and Simone is just like really steeling herself what is coming. um, I'm gonna put the dog down now. If you're gonna keep crying, even if I'm holding you, you gotta go bye-bye. Okay. So, um, Maddie comes down to the basement, and Simone kind of sneaks up behind her. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Simone sneaks up behind her and kills her. So Simone had decided to, trick Maddie and then kill her because Maddie wasn't going to give up her life. She's been around for a long time. And so Simone was like, I don't want it to be me. I don't want it to be Nikki. So she, struck first in a way. And I was going to have her come up here and just hang out with Nikki. Nikki has no idea what's going on or what's happened. No one knows yet what Simone has done. So that's basically what's going on here. And then um, we are going to wrap this up with Luna discovering Maddie's body. So a cliffhanger. So I know that, probably a lot of you really loved Maddie and I loved her too, but I just felt like her story had run its course. And I didn't have anything else I wanted to do with her, but I do have more I want to do with Simone. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to need Simone to live. So we will see the aftermath of what has happened here in the next one. We'll see, what is Luna going to do about it? Because I mean, Maddie was Luna's first child that had her eyes, and it was a big deal. And so we're going to see the aftermath of that and see what happens with Simone and Nikki and Josephine and the new baby who I don't even know their name yet. I should probably find out their name before I go into the next video. But anyway, that is what is going on. That's what happened. And I will catch you guys in the next one.